Hi, everyone. I'm Jeannie Ralston, founder of Next Tribe, and I am here with Helga Bara. She's calling in from Iceland. And she owns the company Traveling Iceland, which is the group we're using to put together this trip. And we always love to support women-owned businesses, which is one reason I was so excited to meet Helga. And she is an, obviously she's an expert because not only because she grew up and lives in Iceland, but she's also a geologist. So she has a real appreciation for the what makes Iceland so special. So thank you, Helga, for coming here tonight.
My honor. I'm happy to be here. I'm
And
looking forward to see you all in Iceland soon.
yes, so it's 9 o'clock there, and I just appreciate that she took we had to get it, I said, what's the latest we can do this? So that we get more people from the US involved at the latest time that she could do it. So Helga was just telling us how, telling me how she got into the travel business. You were in academia, and then then you started being a tour guide, and what happened?
Yeah, so hi. Hi from Iceland, snowy Iceland. Hopefully, probably Northern Lights tonight that you're gonna see next year. Hopefully,
Yay,
the weather is
yay.
good. So yeah, so I'm a geologist and I was working at the university in research and teaching. I had a grant that finished, my grant finished end of 2008, which was the year that we had financial crisis in Iceland. So there was no money there. So I kind of dropped out of academia. I started working for several companies, Agency of the Environment in Iceland, working for myself. And then I guided for a company and I just loved it. And that's why I started this travel business 8 years ago. And now I'm living the dream, getting paid for traveling and being out in the nature. How about
Oh,
that?
that's good for
And
you. Good for you.
meeting people from all over the world.
So
It's
yeah, so
fantastic. Yeah,
we're so
it's a
excited
dream.
that we found you and that you can
Same,
show us the best of Iceland. So
same.
uh, I am going to share my screen here. You just have to give me you have to give me some grace here because I always screw up the whole this whole transfer to my, then you get to see my awful screen. Okay, so let me
Perfect.
make it full screen and then we'll be off to the races. There, full screen. Okay, so beautiful photos, dates, August 30th, September 6th to September 6th. And Helga, you told us that might be a chance for the Northern Lights. I mean, obviously you can't
Yeah,
guarantee it, but it's late enough in
yeah.
the season.
So end of August, like we start seeing them, it's dark enough in by 20th of August. And so it's a good chance we can see them during your week here. Yeah.
I,
And we will do a tour on the first night to increase the possibility for you to see them. So we plan it for the first night because if the weather is good the first night and you're not going, you're going to miss the opportunity. So we always plan on the first night and we do a trip outside of the city to get away from the city lights. And so if the weather is not good, we do the next night and so on. And then
it,
we are staying 2 nights in the countryside.
yes,
And so yeah, so
I'm
it's
gonna,
we will have a
I'm
good chance. We will make we will try.
Reykjavik is right here. That's where we'll arrive into. So
Beautiful map. Where did you
isn't
pull
that
that
cool?
this up?
Isn't
It's
that nice?
cute. It's
Yeah.
cute.
And there
Yeah.
you are, former still a geologist, but
Yeah,
not working as
I'm
one.
no, not in science, but activist.
For climate.
Activist. Yeah, and nature. I started initiative in Iceland 7 years ago with friends, Plastic Free September, and to encourage people, companies, schools, to use less and reduce, reuse. Now it's everyone is aware. It's
Oh,
so
good.
hopefully it did
Very
something.
good. And
So
then
yeah, like activist. There
yes,
you
good. We
are.
like that. We like that. We like your attention to the environment. And I'll be on this trip because if it's a hiking
Yay.
nature trip, I want to be on it. So anyway, the beauty of my life is I get to choose, and this is one I choose for sure. So yes, arrival in Reykjavik, and so as you said, that first night we'll try to get out of the city and and cross our fingers for weather and northern lights. But uh, Reykjavik, what will we see there? What's besides the hopefully the northern lights that when we first arrive, but what else makes Reykjavik so special?
So it's the northernmost capital in the world. It's the only capital in the world with a river inside with salmon in the river. It's near
Wow.
my house. There's a green valley, there's a river, and when you're walking there in the summer, you see salmon jumping up river. I think it's the only capital in the world that has salmon river. So,
Wow.
but it's a Nordic, Scandinavian, Iceland is Scandinavian country. So it's well organized. It's small. I mean, it's 140,000 people, so it's small to compared to like other capitals in the world. But it has everything capital need. Like
Yeah.
it has the opera house, it has the parliament and the cathedral and the big church, Hallgrímskirkja. We will take you on a Reykjavik tour. So we will show you the highlights of the city. And it's easy to walk around and navigate.
Good. And we have a nice hotel in town,
Yeah.
beautiful
So
Scandinavian.
yeah. So in the winter, I choose this hotel because it's by the ocean. And if you are staying there and we are not doing Northern Lights or whatever, but the Northern Lights up here, you can go outside and like like you're not in the middle of the city. You by the ocean, you can just walk out to
Hmm,
try to see the Northern Lights. That's why we choose this hotel in the winter, especially.
very good.
Yeah,
And we have a food tour, right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
what's what's the food famous for? What will we be eating?
Ah, secret. No. Fermented shark, dry fish jerky. No, I'm kidding. We have good cuisine. You're gonna try some fish recipe. You're gonna try the meat soup, the hot dog, the famous hot dog, and the pancake, the very typical Scandinavian dessert. And also walk in the city and learn about, the people of Iceland, the culture, and the food, and yeah, the history.
Very,
So it's gonna
very
be
good.
gonna be delightful.
And I've really pushed to go to the wool works because there's a woman I've read about many times who does the Icelandic knitting, and she popularized it. And then I've been pushing, knowing about her for years, and she just got written up in the New York Times. So,
Really?
yeah, she did like about a
Oh,
month ago. So,
oh,
it's good that we
wow.
got her,
Yeah.
signed on before because, she's going to be in demand. But
Oh, yeah.
so tell us a little bit, and this is her, Helene,
Awesome.
Magnuson. And tell us, I mean, we'll just spend some time with her learning about the Iceland knitting traditions,
Yeah.
and I guess she's pretty famous now, but and then we'll be going out and we'll see the wool everywhere,
Yeah,
on
you'll
the
see
sheep.
the sheep. Yeah, the sheep roaming
Yeah,
the
roaming wool.
mountains, white dots everywhere. There's more sheep than people in Iceland in the summer.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Okay.
they outnumber us.
That's that's
They're
important to
cute.
know.
They're very cute. Yeah.
This
It-
place looks just
oh,
fabulous.
this is my favorite spa in Iceland. It's by the ocean. You can walk into the ocean and swim in the ocean. Birds like coupling up on the beach. Just pure nature. I love it.
Ah,
It's
it looks
amazing.
fabulous.
You're gonna love it. In water bar.
Oh,
Perfect.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the national park. Tell me how to pronounce that. Thingvellir? Thingvellir?
Yeah. Þingvellir.
Oh, uh,
Thing
okay.
means parliament. Vellir means field. So
Oh,
the parliament field.
okay.
It's a UNESCO heritage site. It's
Huh.
where the first parliament in the world was founded in 930.
Wow.
We have the oldest parliament in the world. It was the first democracy in the world.
And we love that you also are the most equitable country in the world for women.
Yep,
We're all going to
correct,
meet there. We're probably going to meet.
correct.
Yes.
It's written in the Constitution equal pay. So if a company pays women less, it's illegal.
Ah,
Finally, I mean,
finally.
finally.
Yeah.
So
And tell
yeah.
us about this bread baking because we're going to eat some
Oh
bread.
yeah. This is something we've been doing since forever, baking bread, the rye bread, the dark bread inside the ground in the hot spring. So we put the dough into like a pot into the ground for one night and it cooks there by the hot spring. So you're gonna try that and taste it. It's really, really good. So this is
Oh,
a interesting experience, yeah, very rare
yes, I
experience.
was going to say this is not something you can do at home. Don't try this at home.
No, don't try this at home. Unless you have a hot spring in the
This is
garden.
for husband. And we always like to support women artists, women creative types, and anywhere we go. And so I love that you talked about this. Can you tell us a little bit about this beautiful building? My goodness.
Yeah, it used to be a dairy farm. He had so many cows, and it was the biggest dairy farm in Scandinavia for some time. And some years ago, they like remodeled it to host artists. So artists have galleries inside, and we're going to visit them and some women artists. And yeah, they will talk about their, you know, their art and the history, their story.
That's
So
and
it's
what
going to
is
be,
that in? I guess they
it's a
can,
beautiful building. It
yeah,
is.
and they
Yeah.
get residential so they can live there. But and what a way place to be inspired, by nature.
Yeah,
Let me see.
exactly. We have in Iceland, we have a lot of art. It's a very artistic country. We write more than any other nation per person, books, poetry, and we make more music than any other country per person. We have the most Nobel Prize winners per person.
Oh,
We have
really?
one. We have one. It's enough.
Oh, oh, I see.
It's such a small country, but so much music, so much art. People are inspired by the nature. How can you not?
Oh, I love that.
And it's dark in the winter. You're inside. You're making music, or you're writing books. My sister is writing her second book. So, and we have a tradition in Iceland. We give books for Christmas gifts, and then we spend Christmas reading. So yeah, we love books.
I know Laura Ross is here and she's probably loves that idea. She's
Yeah, I've heard about that for years. That's one of the reasons I want to go.
oh my God, such a literate,
Nice.
a literate
Not to
society.
do it, just the idea of it.
The idea. It just
Yeah.
sends a signal of what kind of culture this is. So I love this picture of the hotel with the mountains like looming all around it. So we'll be in the is it Vic VIK?
Yeah. Big.
That's
It's
where we'll base for a few days.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. And this
Exactly.
is look, we're gonna be in hot springs all over the place. Just make sure.
Oh yeah. You're gonna boil. Not from the sun, from the hot water.
From the hot
So
water.
this is an adventure. This is very easy hiking. It's up, so it's up, it's in a valley. So it's there's some ascent and descent. So it's 400 meters or so. It's easy and we can do it slowly. It's not climbing. It's just
Yeah.
easy walking uphill. and then bathing in the raw nature, and then yeah, hiking back. So
love-
we have to, so take there are, you can buy like these thin towels for travel. Maybe Dini can
Yeah,
inform you where you can get them, but I would take them with you for this hike. So if you have like a thin towel, like a travel
Yeah.
towel,
yes, I have some of those.
it's like this size, so it doesn't take any space in your luggage.
And it, when you fold it up, but
Yeah.
a lot of moisture. It's real absorbent. Yeah, I have
Yeah,
some
yeah.
of those. So good. Okay.
Or a small towel or whatever to dry.
This
to
is
dry
just
it out.
amazing.
Yeah.
Waterfalls everywhere.
Oh yeah. Thousands.
And this is is this in a park? I can't remember if this is in one of the parks. These waterfalls.
No, this is on the south coast. This is
Oh,
on the way
on the
to
south
Vik,
coast, right? Okay.
on the way to Vik village.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this, I just love the black beaches.
Yeah. This is the famous Black Beach Reynisfjara,
Wow.
one of the most beautiful non-tropical beaches in the world by National Geographic. It has these beautiful columns, basalt columns, which is very common in Iceland to see these basalt columns.
Wow. And
Very
you
beautiful.
don't have to tell us now, but you'll tell us what later, why they're formed this, or maybe what's the short answer? How?
So in a volcanic eruption, when the lava cools down slowly, it crystallizes in these six-sided columns.
Oh, wow.
Hexagonal, like six-sided columns. So
Okay.
that's
Well,
how it's formed, basically. Well, the slow cooling of the lava.
and will we see ice in the ocean like that, even in that time of year? Or
Yeah. You will on close to the glacier lagoon, Jökulsárlón.
yeah.
The glacier, the ice, they float to the ocean and then they strand on the Black Beach like this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fabulous. And here's more of the glacier.
Yeah, this is we call it the diamond beach.
Wow.
Like they're like diamonds on the Black Beach.
Wow. Just fabulous.
It's all about nature coming here.
Yeah. And this is the one that's named after Thor, the god of thunder. And this is where the rift is? Is this where the rift between the plates are here, or?
No, this valley is formed by the river, but when we go to Þingvellir National Park, you're
Okay.
gonna see the rift
Okay.
of the two plates moving apart.
And I think, will we get to sit on a rock like that? No.
We can find rocks for
Hillary
you.
will. Hillary's here on.
Yeah.
Hillary's a supreme
Yeah.
adventurer.
We
So
can hike up to that. You will hike in Þórsmörk. You will hike to like a small peak. Well, it's like a not high, but the view is amazing. Like here, like where she's looking at, beautiful view.
And so of course we have to go to the Blue Lagoon. But I want to make sure everybody knows that we're getting the top of the line treatment for the premium, where we get private areas, because I've been told, oh, the Blue Lagoon is so crowded, it's so crowded. So I want to make sure that we have our own little, I mean, not a little, but more removed from.
You will love it. We're gonna have lunch there, and then after lunch you're gonna soak in and spend many hours.
And this was one of our travelers. She just went to Iceland and she posted this, and I said, can you borrow that picture?
Oh,
yeah.
She hiked the Inca Trail 2 years ago. So and she went, then she started traveling with some of the friends that she made on the Inca Trail. So which is really great. So there's a frowny face, departure home. Anyway, but and then there's, for some reason I'm there on this too, but again, but this is for any questions and stuff. And I'm going to stop sharing this. So and I want to just quickly call out to Marcy Mitchell. She's our travel manager, and say hi, Marcy.
Hey everyone. Nice to see you faces.
Yeah,
Hi, Marcy.
Marcy's the one who it helps with your bookings and you can be a liaison between you and Helga and all that. So I wanted to point her out. And also I wanted to give a shout out to Laura Ross because she's like our super frequent traveler. And I'm so glad you're coming on this trip too. Why do you keep coming on Next Tribe Trip?
Oh, come on.
They're the best.
I I'd come on more if I could. You know, I love traveling with you, and we all mainly whether it's, just a local city or a country far away or a adventure trip or a cosmopolitan trip, whatever it is, it's always going to be seeing things that you wouldn't get to see otherwise, meeting people that you're going to have as friends for life, and like, basically learning a million things, but also living it up and relaxing and eating great food. And
Yes.
anyway, I'm super excited about Iceland. I've been wanting to go there for a long time, and I think this is going to be such a special trip.
And
Yeah.
I'm so glad so we have a lot of people have already signed up. We have like at the most, I think we have 4 slots left. And one of them's Laura. And but I do, as I tell people, I like to do trips where we at this age are women, we're multifaceted, we've got so many layers. So I want to make sure trips are just not all one thing. I mean, we have some adventure, we have some hiking, but we also have the spa, the self-care, and we have great community, good food. So I want it to be multi-layered for you because that's who you are. You're multi-layered and so fascinating, all of you that I've met. And I see Allison. I see so many people. I feel like the romper room. I see so many people who's already Katha, who's traveled with us, and Gorliss, you haven't traveled with us,
I
but I
want
know
to.
you very well. So now I wanted to open it up for questions. What kind of questions do you have for Helga? Any questions?
Hey, somebody told me that it's the ring or the circle that's the most important thing to see in Iceland. Were any of these part of those two?
Which one? The
I don't know if it's called the circle or the ring.
Golden Circle. I'm sure
Yes.
yeah, you're gonna do that with me.
Great. Great.
I think you also are probably thinking of the ring road that goes all around up from not or most of the way around. Is that correct? The ring
No, I think it was the golden.
Golden Circle. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah. We're doing Golden Circle. Yeah.
Okay. And I had asked, I figured some people were going to be asking about how much hiking we'll be doing. So, I mean, it is not going to be like the hiking the Inca Trail for sure, but it's going to be, there's some pretty, it's going to be active. And so how much on some of these hikes that we're doing is there like some approximation of, or can we make some choices on how much, if we're a big hiker, hike a little more? Is there some of that flexibility?
Yeah, I mean, you can always turn around and go back and wait in the cafeteria or wait for the others if you feel like you're not like keeping up or if it's too much, but none of it is difficult hike. I mean, if you walk, it's 3 kilometers top, like it's not much. And as
Okay.
I say, if you feel like it's too much, you can turn around, go back and wait in the cafe.
Is
Have
it
some
rocky?
while you wait.
Is it rocky?
No, it's not rocky. It's path all the way, and not not steep, not very steep. No, and no climbing. It's mostly like walking upwards and then going downwards back.
Okay.
It's not steep at all.
I think, Jeannie, you were probably asking what was kind of on my mind, which is, can you do more? So you're talking about, oh, you can turn around, but I think what Jeannie was asking and sort of what I was thinking is there any opportunity to extend or go further or, that kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, at the hotel in Vik, you can always do a hike from the hotel in the evening if you want. To the river, when you hike to the river, you can continue and go to a waterfall and come back if you want to, hike more.
Well, what I was going to say is that, I think that what we could do also is when everyone's booked, we will have some meetings, but if you want to, if you want to, do some more, we could work that in, I think.
Yeah, you mean extend your stay?
No, but like
Okay.
if for some of the days that we're in the natural
Yeah,
national parks and everything, if there's people who want to do a little more hiking, if we can help them.
yeah, I'm sure we can figure that out.
Yes, so
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
that's what I was
You'll be spending a lot of time outdoors, like outside.
yes, okay. All right, so what other questions we have?
What's the weather like that time of year?
It's end of summer, so it's gonna be like 15 degrees Celsius, which is I think 60 Fahrenheit. So it's not gonna be too warm. And take warm clothes with you, also rain gear, and good shoes for hiking or walking.
Thank you.
Good sneakers or hiking shoes. You're not
And-
gonna cross any rivers or anything like that. So, but good shoes.
And whenever once we are getting closer to a trip like this, we always have a meet and greet where we can talk about things. We'll get a packing list, those kind of things. So we're just, as we get closer, we know we have those kind of questions, like what to pack and that
Yeah,
kind
I
of
can
thing. But
we can send you a packing list.
yes.
Yeah.
Anything else for my people? Any other questions?
Remember swimsuit?
Yeah, remember swimsuits.
I guess I have one other question.
Yeah,
being,
sure, of course.
I was certainly known on the Inca Trail as anytime there was a meal, it was like, okay, and the gluten-free for.
Oh,
So, any allergies? So that would be my question. I mean, I don't care, obviously, if there's digging up bread and I'm not eating the bread, whatever, but I was just wondering how much, certain places that you go, there's more, in Italy of all places, you wouldn't think, but Italy has a ton of gluten-free options. So I just wasn't sure what, what Iceland might present.
Vegan, vegetarian, we used to all kinds of, dietary restrictions. So if Jeannie sends us, it would be helpful to have like a list.
Yeah, I mean, gluten is the biggest concern really for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so gluten-free. Okay. I mean, if there's a vegetarian, vegan, Jeannie, you will send me those information.
Yeah, all the dietary restrictions we'll definitely send you, and
Okay.
just to make sure you can take.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Okay.
That's good.
Anything else? What are the hours of darkness at that time of year, or or light? What time of sunset, basically?
Sunset.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. It's not too dark. It's let me see. It's more when it's sunrise.
Oh.
Because it's dark until 11 o'clock in December in Iceland.
Wow.
It's around 9 o'clock, so it's not too dark.
What, sunset is around 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
And
So
okay.
that's why we can see the northern lights. It's
Wow.
dark enough in the evening. So
Okay.
from like 20 of August, it's getting dark enough in the evening to see the northern lights.
Okay.
So that's why I recommend this time of year. Not too cold. Beautiful colors in the landscape, fall colors, and we can go to Thorsmörk, for example, and do some hiking, and
And-
Northern Lights. So
Yeah, yeah.
That's great.
yeah,
Okay,
best
so
time.
if there are no more questions, I'm going to draw